Hello, this is Yob. Today I am my projects for this assignment is on courage. One of the time that I acted courageously. So I have to go back a few years ago when I was LPN. I was at the time I was working at a nursing home. Um, so what happened was I was working as a part time at the time. I was right off out of college as LPN, and I was training this guy. So I was looking for more hours, and then he was looking for more hours as well. So I was training him. He was under my supervision. I was training him. I was trusted by leadership, management to train this guy. And while he was in training, what happened was there was a position posted that I wanted, and I was waiting for that position to post it for a while. Kind of gives me more hours, more flexibility, and it's kind of exactly what I was looking for at the time. So what happened was I didn't know that he was interested, and then I didn't know that he would qualify for that position. And what happened? Little did I know, the position was posted, and I applied. He applied. I didn't know that he applied, and then he ended up getting the position. So I was a little perplexed, kind of like what in the world had happened. What happened, how did he get it while he's on training, and I've been here for at least 4 years in different role. I'm training this guy, so how can he get this position while he's on training and I didn't get that position? I was puzzled by the whole situation. So what I did was I approached the hiring manager and said, hey, uh, so how come I didn't get that position? This is a position that you posted. I've been working here, and I've been known for being reliable, and that's why you gave me this person. And that person I trained many more new nurses that are coming in at the time. So I was really really puzzled, and I didn't know what to make of it. So I asked the hiring manager, I say, hey, what happened? Did I miss anything? Did I do anything? There is no interview process. There's nothing to identify one candidate over another because it was a union um, facility, and the hiring process should follow the seniority. Um, it goes by seniority, but I didn't get it. So I asked, hey, so her response at the time was like, I think it looks like you lack some motivation. And I said, I lack some motivation. I don't have motivation. That's what you're telling me. And her response was, yes, there is some motivation that we're looking for. And my answer was like, okay, if you don't think that I am the right person to train, I don't have the motivation, I don't have the passion for patient care. How do you trust me to train these nurses that are coming in and to be their role model? Training new nurses, training the new hires is kind of, we have to rely on that person to train them the right way with motivation and passion. And she brushed it off, and I demanded a response. Okay, this is not the right response. I needed the right response. Why he got it and why I didn't get it. I'm not fighting to get that position back, um, but I'm just asking why I did not get that position. I need explanation. She couldn't give me any explanation, and I decided I didn't want to let it go. I was determined. I was LPN at the time. I got so angry. I got mad. Didn't say anything bad for the hiring manager. I said, that your response? I gotta go to the administrator. Went to the administrator and talked to him and said, hey, There was this position posted. Um, I applied, and I was training this guy, and the trainee got the position. I was frustrated, and his response was surprisingly as crazy as her response. And his response was like, "It's not up to me. She's the one who makes the decision." At that point, I got really, really frustrated. Um, didn't say anything, and I called her again. I ran to her, the hiring manager, and in the middle, I found out the new guy's wife was working in the front desk. His wife was working, so the process was too complicated. I think she was HR person in front, um, so she has all the connection, and I was, you know, this nothing guy. Um, and then what I did was I called the hiring manager, said, "Hey, I want to talk to you for a second." And she's like, "Yeah, what do you want to talk to me about?" "And I want to talk to you about your position and how you handled it." And said, "There are two things that played into this. And one is he's not black. I'm black. And you probably don't like me the way I look. And that's probably why you don't want to uh, hire me. And two, because his wife is working in the front desk, and that's why you hired him. And this is not the right way to treat other people. And I have long ways to go. This is not where I want to settle in life. Um, I want to go to school. I want to pursue more education, and this is not where I want to be. But for those people who are determined to be, or who decided to stay in this position in this role, you are not the right manager. You're not showing the discipline, a kind of discipline that managers should have. And she lost it at that point. She was like, "No, this is has nothing to do with trying to make his stories up." Say, "No, I'm not trying to make stories up, but you trusted me to train that person, and I was training, and yet you had the gut to tell me I didn't have a motivation, one, and you didn't only give away the position that I was interested. And starting tomorrow, I am quitting my role as a nurse, and I'm moving on to somewhere else. And you can have all the position you want, you know, mine." And I returned my badge and walked away. And at that point, my goal was to educate, to remind them. It doesn't matter who you have to go by who deserves it better. So I'm not saying I've done such a thing in my life before. I've never stood on somebody's face to tell them, and I never had the courage to fight for myself. I usually just let it slide, but that was the tipping point, and that changed my life. Um, and then I talked to the administrator again. I told him the same thing. This is not how you manage organizations, businesses. You have to be inclusive. You have to respect everyone. I have to give opportunity for people who don't have friends and families in that organization, but have to trust their work. And then you know me, and this is my story. Uh, so from the TED Talk, what I've learned is sometimes you have to practice things that you're afraid of, and then you can develop muscle memory. And it took me a while to think about what I was going to say, but that is one thing that stood out. Kind of, you have to practice more to stand up for what you believe, even if there is fear. Kind of teaching, training our muscles to say the things that we need to say, and that is very, very critical. All right, thank you for watching, and have a great one. Thanks. Bye.